Well, good morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you're watching this. Welcome back to Shutters and Speed, and today we're back here at the studio in Kit Corner, and we're going to have a look at a piece of equipment that I bought about 8 to 9 months ago, and I'm going to let you know what I think of it. And the product in question is the TCX Airtech 3 Goretex boot. So, without further ado, let's run them their titles, boy, and we'll have a good look at the boots and how they perform. Yeah, so welcome back to Shutters and Speed. I'm going to talk to you today about this new boot that I bought. Well, new to me in about March of last year. I found that the boots that I had before, although they were fantastic, and I wore them to death. I repaired them several times, glued the soles back on, and all sorts of things because obviously they got very comfortable. But they were also easy to get on and off. And I was a bit sceptical as to whether I would be able to find a pair that I could get on and off, bearing in mind that I do have a very stiff right ankle. So obviously that was very important to me. So off I went to the sports bike shop at Boston in Lincolnshire to have a look at a set of boots that I'd seen initially that I thought would fit the bill, but obviously they didn't. They wouldn't open wide enough and I couldn't get them on my foot, which was a bit awkward. So I stayed there. I thought, well, now I'm here, I might as well have a look around and see what I can get on and see how we get on. And I settled on these, the TCX Airtech 3 Gore-Tex boots. Now, the reason I settled on these was because they open nice and wide. If you undo this Velcro strap here, and then the zip undoes right down to the sole part or the bottom part of the boot, so you get a nice wide opening so that you can get your foot in there quite easily, and it comes on and off quite easily. So I'll show you a little bit later. The zip does up quite easily as well, and when you've got the zip done up and the Velcro fastened at the top there, you've got a nice firm fit, which is great. They are very lightweight in construction, but they are also very sturdy. They offer a great deal of protection, and the sole is actually very grippy. I found that if you put this part of the sole on your foot peg, you get a nice grip, and you can also heel and toe as well if you want to, like some people do as part of their riding style. But the other thing is when you get to the meet, or wherever it is you're going, you get off at the other end, they're very lightweight and they're very easy to walk around in, which is also great as well, because obviously we don't want to keep changing shoes here, there and everywhere. Now, I know that the argument also might have been, well, why not go for a shorter pair? You know, one of these sort of more ankle style boots rather than the ones that go up your calf. Well, that's very relevant, and I could have, of course, done that. But I wanted a boot like this. I feel I want something that goes up my calf, so these are the ones I settled on, which I've found to be very good. They're also very waterproof. I've been caught out in a few. I'm not a great weather rider, as it were. I try and avoid that if I can. But obviously, when we're out on our bikes, we're going to get caught at some point in time. And I rode these in some extremely wet conditions, and not a drop of water got through, which is obviously great. So that's also a plus point. And in the cooler weather, where I was riding with them, with a decent pair of socks, I was absolutely fine and dry and warm, and there was no problem at all. So, without further ado, I'll just show you how I put them on and off, bearing in mind my problem, and then we'll come back to here to have a big summary about the boot and what I think of it. Yeah, so here's the boots listed on the Sports Bike Shop website, and as you can see on the screen, they cost around £237.49 at the moment, and they've got a bit of a deal on where they're 5% off. I paid £250 for mine, and I thought that was plenty enough, and I can appreciate that people may think that's a bit expensive. But there we go, that's how much they cost. And here we are putting the boot on. As you can see, I'm with my very sort of stiffy ankle, I was able to get them on quite easily. The zip does up quite easily too. And then once you've got the zip done up, you can then adjust the Velcro to get a nice tight fit around the top of the calf there, and it fits perfectly. And then when you come to take them off, you can just flip them off with your by the toe as demonstrated there, and they come off nice and easy. So to summarise then, here we have a boot that is easy to get on and off. It's grippy on the foot peg, it's well built, it's lightweight, and it's easy to walk in. And obviously, you know, we've covered the in and out, getting on and off issue as well, of course. The downsides, are there any? Well, the one thing, of course, is the price. It is quite an expensive pair of boots, and I can appreciate that some people might think that that's over the top. And of course, if you're fortunate enough to be able to get your foot on into pretty much any boot, then that's obviously a great thing, and you'll have no problem. But whether you like that or not, I think these are probably worth the money. I think they're going to last me a long time. They're comfortable, lightweight, and easy to walk in. And so what more can I ask for, really? And they also keep my foot dry. So that's great. And it's a big thumbs up to me for these boots. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, I would encourage you to like and subscribe, and that will keep you up to date with everything that's happening on the channel. So without further ado, this is Shutters and Speed signing off for now, and we'll see you in the next video.